Welcome back, everybody, to another Ren Action. And I know y'all probably thought I wasn't going to get to it, but come on now. I might be a day or so late, but we got Money Game Part 3. And Ren just dropped his album, Sick Boy, today. Today's Friday the 13th. And I'm going to try to do all the songs I have not heard off that album as well after Money Game Part 3 goes live for you guys. So this has been really highly requested. I've done Part 1 and Part 2. I love them both. Part 3 is going to be a movie, man. 9-minute song, so get ready for a long reaction because I'm probably going to be pausing quite a bit. I'm talking too much, man. Ren, Money Game, Part 3. Insane. Here we go. Stop. Okay. I'm not ready. I'm not. He said he was going to do something way different with this one, and it's like some of his best work. And you can tell so far that this is like a movie. It's been 54 seconds. 50 seconds into this song, and it's a movie already. It looks fantastic. All right, DJ. Let's run. Let's get it. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing.
You gotta learn to be a man who works for what he wants. At such a young age, getting told that. But yet it's so true. So many men need to be told, you gotta work hard for what you want. Can't just be given to you, man. I'm sorry. It's just not. That's the honest truth. If you want it handed to you, then it's just not genuine, or it's not hard work. You didn't put any effort in because you got spoon fed. I'm sorry. Wow. Okay.
Top of the bunch, and when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1.
Pull it back
8
a
years
little so I don't miss nothing.
Listen here, son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit stock.
That's so true. As soon as you turn 18, that's what everybody says. You're a man now. Are you? Are you really a man? You might think that you are. But in my opinion, if you're 18, I guess the term you are a man, but you're not. You haven't been through that much. I'm sorry. You got a lot more to do. You got a lot more to work on. You got a lot more to sacrifice. A lot more effort to put in. That's just how it goes. I'm sorry. Let me finish because this could turn a different way that I don't know. Let me pull it back a little bit. I'm trying to catch everything.
And he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the popo inside of his pocket.
Wow.
He gets a call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic.
It's literally going to show how fast of a timeline your life goes in. You see how quick he got the call? Your father's passed away. I'm sorry. Oh, moving on. Now you're 36. Now you're 37. It just goes and goes and goes. Use your time wisely. And then I'm going back to what he said about being 18. You're a man. The world does not care. Take what you can. You got to do it all on your own. You're a man now. Can't get spoon-fed, bro. This is crazy.
Popo inside of his pocket.
This is like a movie.
35, he gets a call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39.
It's crazy because it looks like he's abusing this substance. Is that what he said? Usually when you go through a tragedy or something in your life, you end up going down a dark path or you get into some kind of substance and now you're going downhill because of this that affected you so much. And then yet your life still just has to go on. At the same time, the years still go by. You're getting older and older. You're not getting younger. So you kind of have to like move on in a way. But man, it's so hard to do though. But you got to keep pushing. That's the thing. You just got to keep pushing.
He's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
Yo. Dope transition. Dope transition.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city.
Oh my gosh. That is super creative. He told this whole story. Think about numbers too, right? Money, numbers. Said a lot of numbers. He started, I don't know if he started at 4. I cannot remember if he started at 4 and then got to 40. Because if he did, he started at 4, the story, till he got to 40, and now we're starting at 40 until wherever he ends at now. And yet he's saying the opposite of what he started with. He was walking, now he's not walking. He was running through his city, he's not running through his city. A crazy flip to this story that he's telling about the same guy. That same guy. He's a man now. Being told by his father when he was younger, you got to go get this. You got to go do this. His father left. Passed away, I should say. Now he's the man, 40 years old, moving on after life. And he's in a wheelchair. He can't walk. I'm curious how this is going to go, but it's crazy how he flipped that. And I bet you he walks through this whole story the same way he did with the first half of the story, and he flips it in the opposite way. This is insane. I got to bring it back a little bit.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly.
Nope.
43 never running round the pavements of his city. 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold, but those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed.
Oh my gosh, that is so true. When you get older, you start to try to trade things for riches, for gold, things that you think are very valuable. When you take for granted something as simple as walking or just living your life normal, you take those things for granted, but you want to have riches, you want to have a Lamborghini, you want to have gold, you want to pursue all these crazy things when you get old. But don't forget about the little things you used to do, the little things you do day to day. Wow. This is so crazy.
Story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly. 43 never running round the pavements of his city.
No.
44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold, but those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need.
Oh,
And
wow.
his example is exaggerated versions of me, and it's a version of him. And it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck for money and fame. Cut the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy. Community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive with parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface and consume till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
Wow.
"45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate, with a 45 caliber aimed at his brain."
For one, it's very creative how he stopped right at 44 and then got the gun and had a 45 to his brain, but started at the number 45. All these numbers are very interesting, by the way. Money game. I am going to say that this is one of the most creative videos and songs I have ever heard. There's a lot of songs I have not heard, but this is beyond creative and beyond truthful as well. Just showing you the stages of life and how money can really change your perspective in a bad way. You might think it's for good, but if you go after the wrong things, it can end very bad, as we can see. And teaching your kids young about how things should be done is the best thing you can do. Now, if they decide to go a different path, that's up to them, but you got to show them the right way, because you could end up, in this instance, like Jimmy, started off okay, life went into turmoil, now he's worried about riches and all this stuff that's going to go away, and his core values or his things he takes for granted are now, he can't walk, he can't run, probably can't have a job, and now he's just sitting in all this rubble when he thought he had all this glitz and glam, when it really doesn't matter at the end of the day if you're going to end up like this, because now you're drinking again, now you're going through this substance abuse problem again. So take a hard look at yourself in the mirror before you make some very critical decisions. I'm sorry if that hit somebody, but that's just how I feel.
"45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Oh, man. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What do I have to say about that? I've said a lot. I paused a lot. I said a lot about this song in this video. Super, super, super creative on his part. I don't know why this song doesn't have 1 million views already or more. Everybody needs to see this video because I bet you a lot of people are going through this exact story that Jimmy went through. And his father saying, what a shame. What a shame. His father tried to get him to go the right way to start, and then things went bad. You start letting these fame, fortune, these riches get to you. I'm not famous, so it's not really a issue in that part for me, but something as little as my life, I could take for granted the smallest things. If I get a little bit more money with this job and I start forgetting about these things, start forgetting about these core values, start forgetting about these people, these family members, money is a dangerous game. It is. It's honestly evil. And when you think about it, we all need it, but it can be very evil. It can change people. It can change relationships. It can change friendships. And you can lose people over it. You can be killed over it, or you could kill somebody over it. It's crazy what that little bit does. That little piece of money does to people, and how it can all come around full circle to you having a terrible life when you could have just made the right decisions as far as putting your money not on the back burner, but not ahead of certain things that are way more important in your life. Because the smallest things you don't think about when you don't have them anymore are now a big deal. So it's one of those songs you go back to strictly to get a reality check. That's what I'm going to say. This is a reality check song, a reality check video. All the Money Games, 1, 2, and 3. Watch them in order. And they are all reality check for all of us. Because he said stop the music and gave us the facts. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hopefully I got most of this right, maybe. I could be wrong also. I could be interpreting it a different way than it's supposed to be. But this is how I feel about the song. Those are my thoughts on it, man. Maybe I went too deep. Maybe I didn't go deep enough. Maybe some other reactors went deeper than me. I'm not sure, but that's my opinion on this song, and I think it's a masterpiece. I think it is a masterpiece. To have this in your catalog is a very pivotal song in your career. It is. This little trilogy part, Money Game 1, 2, and 3, is very pivotal in your discography, and he's doing it very well. Ren, good job, brother. Good job. And I guess we got his album to do. So whatever songs I have not heard off that album, I will be doing. And I believe the first song is 7 Sins. So after Money Game Part 3, I guess 7 Sins reaction's coming out next, man. I got y'all, man. Another Ren action. I'm glad y'all stayed for this. If you have not been here before, you know the deal, man. You got to comment, you got to like, and subscribe. And it don't matter what order you do it in. Just make it happen.